Or I forget. Oh, but our let me go ahead and stream is over. Our replays are at the correct. I'm gonna have to restart that. Our replays are at the correct address, the same one that you used to register. I did get the replay up. It's a little choppy, but we can work with it. Go live. Yeah. So they're also in the holistic health, wellness, and weight loss group. I don't think any other emails should like are scheduled to send out with it's not showing on my end at least. Let me just put it that way. I don't have any other emails that are automatically going to send out that I can't stop or anything like that. I went ahead and took that off. I was like, I'll just keep the drafts somewhere else. So hopefully we don't have that same problem. Those of you guys just joining us now on Facebook, I was apologizing and thanking everyone for their grace. We were having issues with literally everything yesterday. I think the internet broke for Cyber Monday. So lesson learned, don't do anything on Cyber Monday. I was having issues with my website host, which had auto emails automatically populated that I couldn't get in to cancel or change. So the replay links was sending us weird places. But they're over in my free holistic health, wellness, and weight loss group. If you guys aren't there, we've got almost 1,500 people in there enjoy just like-minded and yeah, just a true pleasure. So come on over there. The replays are there as well as the registration page. I put them on that registration page, so that link should have sent out. So again, thank you guys so much for your grace. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into today. So I have that pulled up, and if I hit my buttons correctly, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Listen to that accent. Oh, yes, and I am losing my voice. I was outside last night on a Christmas hayride, so that did not help at all. And then I taught a bar class this morning, so sorry for the raspiness, but hopefully you can still hear me. I still have somewhat of a voice left, so that's a win. But yeah, just totally celebrating and just want to thank you guys for your grace. So on that note, and it was really funny. I always lay in bed and I always try and practice gratitude before I go to bed. And I love gratitude journals and all of that. But for me, I try and think about 5 things I'm thankful for every night before I go to bed. It just helps me relax. I also try and think, pro tip here, about the one thing I need to do the next day. So instead of brain dumping, I might be okay. No, it looks like I'm back. We have a huge storm here as well. Go figure. So I apologize for any lag or anything like that. I'm at this point, I'm expecting some type of lag, and I'm expecting to freeze really weird. And you guys can also probably see my really bright reflection of my ring light because it's so dark outside, even though I'm in front of a window. Anyways, so I always like to practice 5 things that I am grateful for. It really does just help relax me and help me fall asleep. But right before I do that, I like to think about the one thing I need to do. So if I've tried like brain dumping and all of that before I go to bed. And for me, it just gets me too wound up of all the things that I need to do. So I try and think of the one thing that I need to do the next day that's either most important or going to make all of the other things easier. So, some days it's going to the post office. Some days it's sending out an email. Today it was trying to fix these emails and sending out an email that said, I'm sorry, here are the correct links. Thank you for your grace. Um, and then 5 things that I'm grateful for. So that was our action step for yesterday. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for in the Facebook group. I'd love to hear if anybody has any feedback or anything on that. But I would encourage you guys to continue that habit every single day for the rest of this challenge. These action steps are meant to build on each other to get some momentum going. So if you can continue that, you can either write it in the Facebook group or just journal it or whatever you want to do. But I find it super helpful. And again, we talked about stress yesterday. All of the replays, yes, are up where they're supposed to be, Lord willing. But yeah, that gratitude truly is an antidote to stress. And I was telling myself last night because I was really stressed about all the things not working out. So it helped, and I finally fell asleep until my 2-year-old woke up. But again, because I was in a peaceful sleep, um, yeah, it was better. So awesome. Okay, day two. And I think this is why so many people, this is one of the most popular questions that I get. People are like, wait, what do I eat? What do I eat to look and feel my absolute best? Like I go to the grocery store and I'm like, uh, There's so many choices. And yeah, there's so many different answers to that. And yesterday we talked about making a plan. And I guess I should have been a little bit more specific. The plan is maintain, don't gain. And for you, whatever that plan is, maybe it is a plant-based diet. Maybe it's avoiding a certain thing like artificial dyes or colors or flavors or sweeteners, or maybe it's avoiding refined sugars, or maybe it's avoiding gluten or dairy or nuts or eggs or, whatever food sensitivity maybe, or maybe it's just time restricted eating where you don't eat after 7 o'clock at night, whatever it may be. More than happy to help you craft that plan, but whatever you do, have a plan. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But um, what to eat to look and feel your absolute best. What's going to make you feel best is sticking to your plan. Consistency compounds because consistency builds. Little hinges swing big doors, and each day we create new neurotransmitter paths and neurons and all of that we talked about yesterday in our brain. And our brain always takes the path of least resistance. So, I like to think of we don't really have snow here. I live at the coast in North Carolina. It did snow last year. It was crazy. It was like the once in a decade snow. But if you guys have seen a snow plow, it's so much easier to go behind a snow plow than, if you just go on a freshly snowed road. And it's the same idea with your brain. What we're trying to do is rewire the brain. And that's one of the goals for this week is just rewire your brain for those wins. So what do I eat to look and feel my absolute best? We're going to work on that, and it's going to get easier and easier and easier, but sticking to that plan. And let's be a little bit more specific about that. Have a plan. Be prepared is the best thing you can do. So choose your off-plan meals. Some people call these cheat meals. I'll use that term. I don't love cheat because it's part of your plan to have an off-plan meal. Like I don't, I always tell clients like I want you to eat your birthday cake. I want you to eat your kid's birthday cake if you like it. Me personally, like if it's, like a Walmart bakery cake, I could take it or leave it. But, if it's something that you really enjoy, or, maybe it's again, it's the holidays. Maybe it's my Nana's Christmas cookies were always like, oh, I can't say no to those. Whatever it may be. Maybe it's a pie or I don't even know. I'm all the foods I can think about are Thanksgiving. We just got through Thanksgiving. I'm like sweet potato casserole. No, we've already done that. What do you do for a roast? Is that what most people do for Christmas? I don't know. Or holiday Christmas ham. I don't know. Whatever it is. Um, so choose those off-plan meals ahead of time. Schedule them. So I know for me, I have a holiday party next Wednesday night. Normally during the week for me, it's no gluten, no dairy, no refined sugar. Like those are, just my foundation. It's the foundation of my diet. And then, but I know I have this event, and hear my heart, not my words. I don't want you to be the person that, goes to a wedding and like brings out your gallon jug of water and you're already prepared food and you're like, no. And of course, if you've got, certain food allergies or something like that, yeah, maybe you need to. And again, there's a time and place and exceptions to every rule, but, I don't want you to feel like you need to prep your own food for holiday dinners or, I'm going to go to a Christmas party. It's going to be a Wednesday. I'm going to have some, I'm gonna have some things that aren't planned for, and some people choose alcohol in their diet. And for me personally, I try and set parameters around that. So again, we'll talk about this, but my off-plan meal, I know that Wednesday is going to be an off-plan meal, and for me, it's an evening party, so I'm gonna go ahead and have dinner ahead of time, so we can see one of those other points is don't go hungry. So I'm gonna have dinner ahead of time, and then I'm gonna have a couple of my favorites. This party that I'm going to, I don't think we're bringing food. I don't know. I should check that. But if we bring food, I always try and bring something healthy. Like for Thanksgiving, I always get made fun of because I always bring like a veggie tray or something like that. But people really do like it just because, you have the sweet and the savory. And sometimes you want something to cleanse your palate. I'll throw a ranch dressing in there, something for kids or whoever likes ranch dressing, but just something, just veggies is always a win. I tried to make, hear my heart, not my words. Probably won't post this recipe. I don't know, I might, but they didn't go as well as planned. They tasted better than they looked. But I made Thai spring rolls. I found a recipe for Thai spring rolls, and my husband was like, "Oh, you should bring something with bacon." And I'm like, now, will I eat pork? I will. It's not part of my like daily diet. Again, it kind of falls in those off-plan meals, but I don't. I just don't like to cook bacon. Do I love the smell of it? Yeah, I do. I'll be completely honest. But it just makes such a mess. Like it truly does. I'll do like no nitrate uncured like turkey bacon instead is normally what I do, and I'm totally good with that. I know some people love bacon, so hopefully I'm not like offending any bacon lovers or anything in the room. But yeah, so I will normally just do that. But so these spring rolls that I created, he was like, "Oh, you should make something with bacon." I was like, "Well, I guess I could put bacon in spring rolls. I mean, that way, I'm in charge of appetizers. It could be something like healthy-ish. But then, I have bacon, so you've got a little bit in there, but it's not a lot of bacon. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. So I tried to do that, and then I was like, okay, so instead of doing an avocado slice, I did guacamole because I thought it would be easier to like stick to it. And then I did like the rice paper and holy cow, spring rolls. I had no idea spring rolls are quite difficult to make, like to get them wrapped up right. So they were a work in progress. But what I did was I switched out the bell peppers. Like, it's I like bell peppers, but switch those out for. And then I was like, oh, what goes with bacon? Oh, BLT is like bacon, lettuce, tomato. Okay, so I'll do bacon, lettuce, tomato, and then I'll do the carrots and the cucumbers for, and then the avocado for like the Thai, and then I'll just make like a Thai peanut sauce you can pour on top of it. It's Thai BLT spring rolls. Made complete sense in my head. I don't know if it was a win. They didn't look so good. I thought they were good, but Anyways, so I like to always bring something healthy-ish. It doesn't have to be bacon's one of those not one of those really longevity foods, but a healthier option that's not just I try and bring some that's gluten or dairy free so I can fill up on that at a party. And again, like I said, make sure you don't go hungry and stay away from the food room. This is one thing that always gets me, especially when I'm hosting the party, is I'll, like prep food and like set everything up and then I'll take a bite and then I'll go back in and then I'll go back in and then I just keep going. Like I don't make a plate. I just keep going back and get a couple bites, couple bites, couple bites. And I don't realize, again, my blood sugar spiked because I'm eating, foods that aren't necessarily low glycemic. Um, and I don't realize how much I'm eating because I'm not seeing it on a plate. But what I suggest is, don't hang out in the food room right by the table, or if it's something plated, then I always recommend getting a plate and sticking to that one plate of again your favorite things, picking out my favorite things. So like for me, like dressing for Thanksgiving and stuffing, dressing. I think it's like a north south thing. I really don't know the difference. I know somebody's going to tell me, and it's probably in the chat that I can't see right now. But again, like, do I hate it? Oh, I don't hate it. It's just not like, oh my gosh. And I know some people are like that. Some people love it. Like, that's totally cool. For me, I would rather have the sweet potato casserole or, whatever it may be. So I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna eat that just to eat it. I don't love it. And like cranberry sauce, like that does nothing for me. Like I'm not gonna eat that because I don't love it. So I just try and pick out my favorites. And again, starting with healthy food first, those vegetables and protein first. That way your blood sugar is not gonna spike so much, and you're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, give me all the food. So going for the lower glycemic, healthier options first to fill up on first. And I always like to opt for homemade instead of processed food. So, maybe you're at a cookie exchange. I hear my heart, not my words. Yes, of course, you could take like a healthier cookie. Stay tuned for a gift for that. And you can also go over to my holistic health, wellness, and weight loss group. Shameless plug. I've got some healthy cookie recipes. And I say healthy cookie, like healthier cookies, like they're gluten free, they're, dairy free, they're not processed and they don't have a bunch of refined sugars. They use sweeteners like maple syrup or honey or something like that. But for me personally, like I try and stay away from O's, the Cheerios, the Fritos, the Doritos, the Oreos. The Chips Ahoy doesn't have any O's in there, but the Ahoy, I guess it kind of does. But but all of those Tostitos, like I try and opt for the homemade stuff, one because it tastes better, and two, it just doesn't have all of that processed stuff in there. And then take a walk after dinner. Again, that's gonna help balance that blood sugar, help your body digest better, get those digestive juices flowing. I always make myself do the dishes right after. That way I'm standing up and not just laying down like, oh, and all that's just like sitting. So I try and move, take the dog for a walk. I'm sure the dog will love it as well. Again, as much as possible. Also, one thing On that note too, is if it's like a later part, like Wednesday night, I probably won't take a walk at 9:30 when I get home, but I'll make sure to take a walk before just to get myself moving, get all those digestive juices flowing. And I don't like, oh, well, I got to take a walk in order to have an off-plan meal. No, it's not like that. I just want to feel my best and create balance. And I like the idea of balance versus moderation. My grandma used to say, everything in, oh, I've got somebody coming in and can I admit hitting that button? No. I'm gonna escape. Can I stop my share? So this is what happened yesterday. Give yourself grace. Let's go to the pro is, there we go. Continue to share. Stop sharing Keynote. The prompt is I can't. There we go. Problem is I can't move my mouse when I'm sharing my screen. Like it just doesn't let me. What was I talking about? Let's go back page. Where was I? Take a walk instead of healthy food reward, not punishment. Take a walk after dinner. I don't remember. I was telling a story. We've probably had enough stories today anyway, so whatever. I'll probably remember it as soon as we get off, or I'll watch the replay. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Anyways, that's okay. So glad to have you here, Debbie. So next point is give yourself grace. So again, food isn't reward and punishment. You're not a puppy. We'll talk about that later. But give yourself grace because knowing these off-plan meals are coming, and then you can plan around them. So for me, again, I don't love I think I know what I was saying, the Chips Ahoy, the Oreos, the Fritos, the Doritos, all of that. So I'm gonna opt for things that aren't processed. But also give myself grace knowing that I'm going to have two off-plan meals next week, or I'm going to, I might not be able to work out because I'm traveling over the holidays, but make sure to give yourself grace. That does go a long, long, long way, mentally as well as physically. God gave you one body, love the body that He gave you. He didn't make a mistake when creating you. So give yourself grace, give yourself a little bit of love. And on those same notes, progress over perfection and quality over quantity. So progress over perfection. Maybe you just went for maybe you ended up having dessert and had, a big slice of your favorite pie or, whatever cheesecake, whatever it may be, but you didn't have the other five desserts that you thought about trying. Or maybe you went for a couple bites of each, or, whatever it may be. Count that as progress. Like last year, I may have done this, that, or the other, but again, I'm making progress. Progress is huge, and it's progress over perfection. And that truly does set you up for success. And then quality over quantity. Again, that goes back to all the O's, the Oreos, Cheerios, Doritos, Fritos, Tostitos. There's other O's, but anyways, Chips Ahoy. I like to pick my favorites. So for me, cheesecake. Like if there's cheesecake, hard to say no. Or if there's homemade hot out of the oven chocolate chip cookies, again, the other chocolate chip, the Chips Ahoy or whatever, like meh, if it's from a boxer bag, meh. But I like to choose the ones that are my favorite. And again, baked with love, especially when it's the holidays, it's hard to say no. So I like to choose the quality of what I'm eating. I would much rather have a higher calorie. It's like a Godiva bar versus a Hershey's bar, or, a Godiva square versus a Hershey's Nugget Kiss, whatever. I would much rather have the one Godiva over, 10 Hershey's squares or whatever. It's just that much better. So delayed gratification, and that goes with my cheat meals too. Okay, I could eat, somebody brought some candy canes to the office, and I'm like, well, do I? Oh, candy cane sounds good. No, that sounds good. But then I'm like, oh wait, no, I've got this holiday party coming up on Wednesday night. I'd rather say no to the candy cane now in order to delay gratification and um, I don't really like the term guilt, but just uh, be able to enjoy whatever I would rather have later. Or for me, with my off-plan meals, if I um go somewhere and end up going out to eat with friends, and I'll choose a healthier entree. Maybe I'll do a salad or something like that, because really what I want is, one of my favorite cheat meals is, or off-put meals, whatever you want to call them, is a burger and fries. Like, oh, I love me some sweet potato fries. I'm not even gonna lie. So what I
Patient
like.
services, this is Debbie. Can I help you?
Oh, sweet friend, you are. I'm gonna mute you, Miss Debbie, because I think you are on a work call, and that is perfectly fine. Oh, she got it. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Quality moderation. Oh, that's what I was saying. Moderation versus balance versus moderation. And again, what I like to do is, I'm an all or nothing type of person. So for me personally, if when I'm on vacation, I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna take the whole week off, like, the week between Christmas and New Year's, I'm just gonna take the whole week off. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna eat whatever I want and whatever. I just felt so lethargic, and I was like, meh. And again, you know how it goes. Like the week before Christmas, the week after Christmas, the week before New Year's, nobody knows what day it is. You're like, is it Thursday? Is it when? Maybe it's Monday. I don't even know. Um, so for me, what I like to do is tell myself, okay, I'm just going to make sure that I move every single day, or I'm going to make sure I have that healthy breakfast, or in order to have, I'm going to have one off-plan thing every single day this week, instead of, one off-plan meal every single day, or just completely throwing my diet out the window, or whatever it may be. I love, my grandma used to say, everything in moderation, and yes, but your favorite things in moderation and balance, in order to counterbalance all the toxins in, a lot of the sugars, and the all of the seed oils and all of the things. So hopefully that is helpful. And again, it's about your health. It's not about vanity. Like, yes, okay, the numbers on the scale, like, yes, but the numbers on the scale, they don't talk about what an amazing wife or sister or daughter or mom or friend or boss or auntie or whatever. It doesn't tell you that. They don't tell you how, the number on the scale doesn't say that you would, um, you know, give the shirt off your back to the homeless person that needed it, or your coat, or whatever. Maybe I think this is mostly women in here, so maybe we wouldn't give the shirt off our back with the coat, or the shoes, or whatever it may be. But it truly is about health, just trying to lower that toxic load. So yes, I feel better, but I look better because I feel better, and that truly does compound. I'm gonna want I'm gonna want to move more. I'm gonna want to make healthier choices. Gonna want to start with the fruit first, or I'm gonna want to start with the veggie tray. And it's about reward, not punishment. You're not a dog. So as much as I love my dog, she gets treats for doing good stuff. No, I'm not treating myself because I do good stuff. And I never want to create a reward and punishment system with food. And personally, I was there for years, and I struggled majorly. And honestly, I would binge eat, because I was like, oh, I deserve this. I deserve this off-plan cheat day, or whatever it may be, and it just set me up, and set me back for days at a time. And again, it was back to the toxicity, not necessarily the calories in or calories out. It was the toxicity of the food, that I was eating, and the mental side of it as well. But what I like to do now is, I'm gonna reward my body. My body, um, is a temple. It is a vessel, and I want to give it fuel that's going to make it thrive, not just survive. I want to make sure that I, have the energy to go outside and play with my kiddo, or I'm in a better mood because I don't have that sugar blah feeling. I don't want to have that 2 p.m. crash, and all of that. So I like to reward my body with healthy foods, not punish it. If that makes any sense at all. Hopefully it does. So, our action step for this week is commit to one thing you can give up for the next 3 days. And I'll also say good habits flush out bad habits. So if you prefer, some people like to give up things, some people like to add things. It's totally up to you. So if you're trying to give up sodas, what I like to do is reverse engineer it. So if I am drinking 2 Coca-Colas a day. If I'm focused on getting enough water in, I'm probably not gonna want to drink 2 Coca-Colas a day. I might, have a couple sips or something here or there, but because all of the good water flushes out the not so healthy Coke, then it helps good habits flush out bad habits. If I'm focused on getting 7 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day, I'm probably not going to eat as much gluten or dairy or refined sugar. So, what I'd love for you to do again is keep the gratitude every single day, 5 things going. You can feel free to post it in the Facebook group or just journal it on your own or send me a message, whatever you want to do. I'm here to support you. But commit to one thing. You can either give up completely or you can reverse engineer that. And one thing that you can try and flush out. So, most people, I like to say gluten, dairy, or refined sugar. Again, I'm trying to set you up for the success. So, for the next 3 days, the rest of our challenge, one thing that you can give up. So hopefully that's helpful. Feel free to post it in the Facebook group for accountability. I would love for you guys to do that. And also, let me stop my share. There we go. And stop sharing Keynote. Go back. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So also on that note, what we are doing today, yesterday we gave away some coffee. Tina won. Yay, Tina. Shoot me over your email too. I got that really late because I was literally losing it over a fight technical difficulties. I was like, God, break. Anyways, so today, first person to post what you are giving up over in the Facebook group, you get a free copy of my Slay Your Day Natural Energy Reset. So happy to give that away. And I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. We'll do it tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you again so much for your grace, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.